right, and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is Nikki with Old Def Network, and I am with Nicole Kearney. And Nicole, how are you doing today?
Doing great, fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about Nicole Kearney and your production company.
So, Nicole Kearney Production started in 2008. We do stage, screen, and streaming series. So we cover the wide gamut. We also have a book publishing arm as well. What we've been doing lately, though, is our streaming series. So we have three series that are out currently, with a fourth to come in the fall. In the past, we've done several stage plays and released a couple books.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your series that you have, the ones that you already have produced, and anything that you got coming up.
So our produced series we have out now, which everyone can watch on ODEF Network. You can watch on the Roku channel, or you can watch on the website, or you can watch on the Nicole Kearney Productions YouTube channel. We have Couple Conversations, which is really a fun show about lovers, spouses, friends, just different types of couples and scenarios that they would encounter. Like, why are people liking your stuff on Facebook? Don't they know you're in a relationship? And we have friends that are like, I thought we were going to hook up last night, and a friend ditches a friend to go to an encounter of someone they met on Craigslist. So a lot of fun and silly stuff that happens. So season 1 is up now. It's 5 episodes long. Season 2 starts July 2nd. And it's 6 episodes long, and it has a cast of some of the same people from the first show, few new people. We deal with interracial dating. All of it takes place at a wine tasting. We deal with jealousy amongst best friends that are of opposite gender. We deal with same gender relationships, but it's a lot of fun. And it is a light comedy. And then we have Tax Season, which came out in January. It ran from January, or I think it came out in February through April 15th. And it's an insider's view of being in a tax office. So it's an urban tax office is that. It's like, what happens if a person's trying to get that extra, here's my boyfriend, can I claim him as my husband since he lives in my house? Or how do I get some extra kids to increase, my revenue? Or if I'm not working and I'm adding, if I work too much, I get a lower refund. So it's a lot of fun. They're like 1 minute long episodes. But what we're currently streaming now is Kush Cafe.
Okay.
And it's Renee, who's the owner. She was a corporate executive who left the corporate world to run her own business. And she has Mandy, who's a very free-spirited person, and who's a graduate student who just really likes to smoke. We have James, who's an entrepreneur, a very successful entrepreneur, and then Greg, the grower. And so the 5 of these characters interact. So I'd say it's like Cheers meets Friends meets Weed. So very kind of a dramatic comedy, but a lot of fun of what happens in this Kush Cafe with these 5 very different characters. And so we're on episode 8. They come out every Wednesday at 4:20. So episode 8 airs today of a 10-episode series.
Okay.
So that's what we have out now. And coming in the fall will be our very steamy, sexual, sizzling soap opera. And it's Grown and Beautiful, but it'll be a podcast to start. And then as we gain audience, it'll be 8-episode podcast. As we gain audience, we'll film that, and then we'll film the subsequent episodes and seasons after that.
Okay. Now, podcast, and so it's going to be a soap opera, but we're going to hear it like radio, like old school type radio.
Yeah, old school, over the radio. You'll hear and meet the characters, but we'll do a lot of visual things before that. We'll have a commercial that shows you who the characters are in the show. Okay. We'll do some interviews with the characters so people can hear them and see who they are. So you'll be able to match those faces with names when they show up, or actually when you hear them. But we will have video visual that go along with it. So when we talk about they're at their homes, You'll see these very elaborate living room sets that will show up. When we talk about they're at the business, you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see offices. So we'll have visuals to accompany it for people.
Okay, okay. Do you want to talk about any of your past projects that you've done?
So the past projects, well, the most recent past thing was a stage play. So last week we did a play called Reentry, which we will be converting to either a mini series, mini web series, or just to straight to film. But it's about a young man who spent over 15 years in and out of incarceration, and he's trying to join the world and kind of get reunited with his family. So we just did that last Wednesday, put that up for a private conference. And then in the past, I've done a lot of stage plays. So I had a hip hop play I did. I had a musical about a woman who's getting married and her ex-husband shows up on her wedding day.
Oh, wow.
And she has to make a decision, the old or the new.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm reworking some of that show, and it's going to be go up again, if not this year, next year as a stage play. And I'm reworking it also into a script. So a lot of my past stuff has been stage work, a lot of stage plays. I might have a show called What Doesn't Kill Us Only Makes Us Stronger. It started out as a book, then I adapted it for stage, and now I'm adapting it for screen. So we'll end up probably shooting that as a short film.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about some of the challenges that you face being a small company, a micro business, but being in the film industry here in Indiana and also in Indianapolis. Tell us some of the positives and some of the negatives that you face with those.
Okay, well, Indiana is not Chicago, so we'll start there. We don't have that plethora of actors just available at, and that are accessible, I should say, or as accessible. So Chicago, I could go hold an open casting call. I can get 100 people, in an hour. Here in Indianapolis, it takes a little bit more. People are more like, what have you done? What is your reputation? Even people who haven't done anything themselves want to know, what is your track record?
Wow.
As I've developed my track record, that's enabled me to build a core group of actors. There's about 15 people that I can call on to work with on any show that I want to do. So I always say I'm kind of like that Spike Lee of streaming series as far as my acting talent. And now I'm branching out with Grown and Beautiful. 80% of that cast are brand new people to me. So I did 3 rounds of casting. So that's probably the most casting I've done in about the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Like I said, because I have a core group of actors. So it's hard in that respect. It's also hard in finding your behind the scenes talent because the people that are really good are in high demand. So they're working on a lot of other people's projects. And then because I do really different shows, my shows push the boundary, push the limit. I have to find crews that are willing to come in, like Push Cafe. I couldn't find a lot of people who wanted to film a show about Push. So I found, a couple people who would do it, and they also both filmed it and edited. And I'd like to find people who can film and edit my shows. There's another husband and wife team here locally that'll probably work with me on Grown and Beautiful. And so it's always just trying to find the talent behind the scenes, getting the talent together, getting everyone to take it seriously because this is what I do. Mm-hmm. So this is my business. This is my craft. And then getting other people to speak to the conversation you were having on social media the other day, getting other people to understand that you're trying to build something from the ground up. People don't get it. So I try to tell people it's like, think about own Oprah Winfrey's network on the web. So We're trying to do the same thing she did when she said, okay, I'm leaving the Oprah Winfrey show. I'm going to go over here and get this network and build it. And if people have not followed her story, she struggled for many, many years until she actually got in a partnership with Tyler Perry. And then it took off because she now had plenty of content. Mm-hmm. And then he bought his audience of viewers. And so as I think about that, that's really a great partnership for Nicole Curry Productions and ODEF Network, mm-hmm. that we supply ODEF Network with plenty of content and we bring our viewers over to keep, building ODEF network, because
Right.
I don't need to be that singular network. I think we need to collaborate, and I'm so willing to, promote and push ODEF network out to people so they can watch it, because you have a variety of shows, and I've said it's not just my shows that are on there, but there are a variety of shows on the network. There's something for everyone, from cooking to talk shows, and I have a wide variety of shows that I want to produce that I think your audiences will like, as well as bringing some audience members to you. So I think it's a great collaboration, which Indiana lacks a lot of, which I think keeps people stagnant, is they don't want to work together. They don't want to build networks. And then some of it is people are like, I only do this kind of program, so I can't play with you because you do stuff about strippers, or you do stuff about Kush, or you have same-sex couples. And it's just stuff I'm not going to change, because it's real life. I do great diversity. I have an Asian actress, African American actors, Caucasian actors, Latino actors, Puerto Rican actors. So I have a multicultural cast, which I believe in, although our stories are centered in, an African American cultural sense, but my life still isn't in a bubble.
Right.
So we have this multicultural cast members, and I think in doing that, like I said, we need to network more with others. So I'm looking forward to a great long-term prosperous relationship with ODEF Network. And don't forget, all of our shows are on ODEF Network, so everyone go watch ODEF Network. See, come watch all of our shows on ODEF Network.
See, there's that shameless plug again.
Right, we have to put it in there, because we're building an empire. And we need people. It's like we are grinding behind the scenes tirelessly, effortlessly. People don't. It looks easy when people see it, but we know for that 20-minute show or 10-minute show, we spent 2 hours making it, just filming it, and another 2 hours editing it. So people don't know all the grind that happens behind the scenes, plus wrangling the actors and getting everyone on set. And did you learn your lines? And so all of the work behind the scenes, and then the promotional work to get the word out, to move people towards the network. And that's where I'm at now. Like I did, the first session was creating content, and I have the shows Taxis and Couple Conversations, Kush Cafe. We're moving to Grown and Beautiful, so that was creating the content. Now I'm trying to build the audience base. So that's kind of phase 2 of what I'm doing.
Right. And that's definitely challenging. And it's good to have a network-based support group, if you will, because we're able to support each other, and we're able to push each other and help each other get out there. So I think, our pairing, our marriage is beautiful, because, you feed me, I feed you. I mean, and that's how good relationships work. Yeah, you feed me, I feed you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. I lift you up, you lift me up. So that's a great marriage. I definitely agree with you. So tell me a little bit about let me say it this way. Give those that are watching a little inspiration with being in this small industry here in Indiana. Give them a little inspiration, and try to, help them, or, just give them a little inspiration, I guess I should say.
Well, I do coach people, so that's funny. So I actually do coach other artists, or I call them creative entrepreneurs or entertainment entrepreneurs who are trying to get their work out. So I tell them, first of all, figure out what it is you want to write or produce and direct. So don't let other people tell you what is marketable, what's sellable, because then you'll just be miserable. So I have a person who does horror films that I coach, and that's his niche, and he likes horror and thriller. And so that's what we're working on. And so now I have him creating a web series and a web show that he'll be bringing to ODEF Network as well. And his show doesn't air till Halloween 16, but he'll be bringing it to ODEF Network. So that's what I tell people is write what you really like or what interests you. This whole write what you know thing is very limiting because we only know so much. So I write stuff that, not that I know, but that interests me. I write stuff about, like I said, about strippers, about prison reentry, and I don't have that experience. I'm working on a piece about people who are in behavioral and substance abuse recovery. So, and I do have some, knowledge of that. But I want people to really write what they know. I do writing workshops to help people kind of move their projects along, but write what you know, and then find someone like you or me, because we're in different parts of the state, and ask, how can I come help you, or can I tag along, or can you let me learn something from you?
Yeah, that's good. That's good because a lot of people get stuck in, oh well, I'll just figure it out myself, and they get stagnant, and they
Yeah,
get lost. They get lost in it, and it's always great to pair with someone that's experienced some things. That way, you can learn from their mistakes, and especially if it's
absolutely,
somebody that is willing to say, hey, no, 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 don't do it that way. Do it this way because I learned blah 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 blah. It makes it an easier lesson for the next person coming along. So definitely, I definitely agree with it.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, Miss Nicole, it was so fun talking with you as always, and we'll
Yes,
definitely do this
always.
again. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. And everybody go watch our stuff. You can watch it on ODEF Network or Nicole Kearney Productions on YouTube.
All right.
And I look
Perfect.
forward to meeting new fans. And you have an awesome afternoon, Queen.
Okay, you too, sweetheart. Talk to you soon.
Okay.